Greetings everyone and welcome. This is Neo and you're watching FinTech. If you enjoy our content, please do not forget to leave a like. You can subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be informed about our later videos. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below. Before we start our video, let's hear our legal disclaimer. None of the information given in this video should be taken as financial advice. Please make your investments according to your own research. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of people complaining about the situation in the market. And they have all the right to do that because it is far from optimal, although not the worst. And that is the reason why, in these conditions, I wanted to bring you this video. And now that we have talked about a platform which you can use for your investments. And this platform will be especially useful in these market conditions because bear market tends to strip crypto back to its essentials and what you actually need. In that situation, the volume basically slows down, narratives fade, and what remains are the platforms that continue to function without relying on short-term hype or speculation. And GRVT, as we discussed, sits firmly in that category. Well, as I've told in a previous video, GRVT is positioned as a decentralized exchange and the world's first on-chain private bank. And what this should tell you is that the platform is designed with endurance in mind, not for momentary excitement. And as you can see on their website, GRVT combines familiar exchange mechanics with on-chain settlement, private banking principles, and a reward system that encourages long-term, low-stress participation. That combination becomes especially relevant in this bear market, where survival often comes down to patience, capital efficiency, and incentive alignment rather than aggressive trading. We will go over some of the details of GRVT, but if you're curious about the platform, how it is functioning, how you can sign up to the platform, how you can use referrals, you can watch our previous video, which is very detailed. And in that video, you can also see there are lots of rewards that you can get on GRVT. But before looking at rewards or points, it helps to understand the environment those rewards are being generated in. Based on the current exchange statistics, for example, GRVT is operating with 56 million, actually a bit more than that, in total value locked, and more than 240 million in open interest. These are dollars. And these numbers, they tell a story. For example, TVL reflects trust in the platform's custody and mechanics, while open interest OI indicates that traders are effectively holding positions rather than constantly flipping in and out. And in bear market conditions, sustained open interest often matters more than raw volume because it suggests that participants are positioning with intention rather than reacting emotionally, basically. And this context is important because GRVT's reward system does not exist in isolation. It is built on top of a real activity that continues even when the broader market slows down. Again, for more detailed information, you can watch our previous video. So let's talk about the real world and let's talk about what can you do practically. Assume you have around $10,000 of capital, and based on the current TVL and OI figures, GRVT's point system allows two very straightforward earning paths, as you can see. So the first option is you simply deposit your capital and let it sit. And it's not a bad thing because in this scenario, without opening any trades, you're able to earn 3.98 points. Nothing fancy happens here. There is no leverage involved, no market timing, no constant monitoring. The platform basically and simply recognizes your deposited capital as productive liquidity and rewards it accordingly. And this reward is continuous and a very secure platform. And you will not have to do anything in this bear market conditions, which is really stressful. But this is a great gateway to earning some rewards and good amounts at that. But this is just a start, and you should think of it as the baseline, I can say, because your funds are present, secured on chain, and already generating value through the system's reward logic. And the second option is just as simple and something you already know. If you take the same capital and open a trade, which you can use in GRVT. This is one of the good things about the platform. You can use your investment and you can use it on trading as well. So you can hold it over time and you're able to earn 9.19 points. This is not dependent on rapid trading or frequent position changes. The system favors consistency and duration rather than activity for activity's sake. And what is especially worth highlighting here is what these numbers do not include. The point calculations are basically extra on top of your already generated rewards. The 10% APY available on assets with GRVT. Again, to see how you can get this, you can watch my previous video. And also, there are market rebates earned through trading behavior, and these are all extra above those points. So basically what you're seeing is the reward layer on top of capital usage, not the full return picture. When those additional components are factored in as well, the overall efficiency of a low-risk, long-term approach becomes much clearer, especially in these market conditions. So that way, points farming in GRVT does not require any unnatural activity or positions or any risky one at that. Simply holding assets or maintaining a position, things many users already do and you already do probably, remains productive even in quiet market conditions. So what can be understood from this structure is that GRVT does not force users into riskier behavior to stay engaged. Instead, it quietly rewards participation. And this participation is not one that is created by FOMO, but it is rather rewarding patience, basically. And long-term positions, idle capital, and conservative strategies are all recognized and valued here. In bear markets, that alignment also matters a lot. Platforms that only reward high-focus trading tend to lose relevance when volatility drives up. GRVT, on the other hand, remains usable and rewarding even when traders are slow. So this is the philosophy of GRVT, and this is what I like in these market conditions. And to see what's happening in the platform and what kind of other rewards are active, we can take a look at their socials such as Twitter. As you can see in this recent post, GRVT distributed 150,000 points to 12,500 users with a clear explanation of why. Our reward system has a core design principle, incentive alignment. This is an important phrase. It suggests the rewards are meant to complement genuine platform usage rather than manipulative behavior. Points are described as an added layer, not the main reason to participate. And the framing aligns closely with the passive and long-term strategies that we talked about in this video earlier. So basically, users who deposit, hold, and trade responsibly are rewarded simply for being there and contributing to the platform health. Another post worth paying attention to highlights a much larger structural signal. GRVT recently crossed $100 billion in total perpetual trading volume, which is a great number for a platform and shows the trust that GRVT has. And as reported by DeFi Llama, in bull market terms, that milestone matters less as marketing headline and more as a proof of continuity. Also, in our recent video, we have talked about what big partners support GRVT, such as Optiver and Ampersand, and you can also see that there is a lot of things going on in GRVT, and they're building a platform with sustainable methods in mind and with clarity. And GRVT's ability to operate smoothly under this load is not accidental. As explained in their collaboration announcement with ZK and Atlas, as you can see on Twitter, the platform is addressing a long-standing Ethereum limitation, which is access to deep liquidity without performance trade-offs, and they are achieving that. And as noted in Blockworks research report referencing this thread, Atlas allows GRVT to tap into Ethereum's extensive DeFi collateral base while maintaining the speed expected from the modern trading platforms. Without this layer, point systems often become unsustainable. With it, they remain tied to real usage. Finally, GRVT's ambassador posts show how community engagement fits into the broader ecosystem. Rather than framing ambassadors as promoters, the platform emphasizes onboarding, education, and sustained engagement and good trading behavior. And as you can see, they are distributing a lot of rewards and they value their community, and you can understand the platform has strong foundation. With real TVL, sustained open interest, good reward mechanics, and infrastructure built for longevity, the platform allows capital to remain productive without constant intervention. And this is important in this bear market conditions, as I've been saying. And other than all of the things we've discussed, there are some things also worth highlighting on GRVT. For example, 10% interest, which is earned on equity, is a great chance. You can complete one trade and earn 10% interest up to 1,000 USDT. And if you trade more, this becomes 20,000 and 100,000 very, very quickly. And 10% APY is really great, especially in these conditions. And invest section is another good thing. Here, you can earn up to 30% APY right now. And actually, GRVT, liquidity provider with a GLP, offers right now more than 25% APY. And it's a great holding strategy. And you can see that there are lots of commit strategies that you can adapt to. While you're there, you can also sign up to the platform, as I've explained in my previous video, and you can check out the Airdrop, and also you can use the referral hub to earn more rewards. Having said that, you can find my referral link down in the descriptions, as well as all the links related to GRVT. That's all for this video. We'll continue to bring the latest news and promising projects. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching FinTech. Until next time.